Welcome everyone. Hi. Huzzah. I'm not small, I'm just far away. I figured I'd do the walkies. Hello everybody. Haha. Hope everyone's doing well today. So for those who are new, I am Spacey Bottletelli. I'm a gadgeteer bat and a game developer. And I have a propensity for a certain kind of game where you go very fast. You know, the racing games, of course. It's been a while since I played a racing game, so I'm gonna jump back into F-Zero GX. I also adjusted I'm gonna tweak the controls a little bit so that it doesn't hurt my hands as much. I think my problem generally tends to be that a lot of the buttons in racing games that I play are mapped to my right hand. So I'm gonna try and go with this setup that's a little bit more balanced this time. And I think it should work pretty well. I also think that I'm not strafing as much as I should be in F-Zero GX, at least during my last stream. So I'm gonna map it in a way where that comes a little more naturally. And I think that's gonna help a lot with some of the harder courses. But also, my dear friend Alex and one of our moderators is currently raising money to cover medical expenses. I will pin a link to something that she tweeted that has information about how you can help. Okay. How to help Alex cover medical bills. I'm gonna pin that message. And I think that it'll show up now. Okay, there we go. Huzzah. Okay. Thank you all so much to everyone who has contributed so far, and even if it's just helping to share the post. It means a lot to me, and to Alex, of course. Alex, I love you. I hope you're able to get past this and that you get the healthcare you need. Well, yeah, I hope those are tears of joy, Alex. Oh, hello, Rob. Welcome. Yeah, we're just chilling a bit before I hop right into F-Zero. You just bought the itch bundle? Nice! Much better than the last few days. You can't see the rest. Is there an arrow that you can click to show the full pinned message? Yeah. Hi everyone. Hello Ferris, Rob, and Alex Haas. Gospel. Welcome. Aw. Right. You have to be logged into Twitter now in order to actually see posts on there. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Hello, Joker. Welcome. Oh, welcome Delta Zero. You haven't been here since I did my 1.5 debut, have you? I see. Well, yeah, I got a bunch of new toggles, and I got some hairstyles, and I got glasses. Let me take a sippy real quick. Argic, welcome. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Your streams are so much fun to watch. Oh my goodness. And it's at the perfect time for me to where I can just like wake up in the morning and get some like breakfast and just like sit down and watch for a little bit, even if it's just working. I mean, even if it's just lurking.
Rob Rauner gifted a tier 1 sub to Alex Zesk. They have given 10 gift subs in
Thank
the
you,
chat.
Rob. Thank you for gifting a subby to Alex. I'll give you a big energy boost. Yeah, of course. It's part of a balanced breakfast, you know. And what else is a part of a balanced breakfast, of course, is some F-Zero. So I see no reason why we couldn't continue chatting while I launched the game. So let us hop right over to the game screen, shall we? Let me launch the game first. Right, there we go. That's... Okay, here we go. Okay, the auto is working, I think. Let's put up the racing wheel. Racing wheel looks a little large. Let's shrink that a bit. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so much nostalgia. It's still hard to believe that this was the last F-Zero game that we got. I really want them to just like do like a direct port someday. But until then, my uncle who works for Nintendo upgraded my GameCube so that I could play in widescreen and among other tweaks, of course. Old but gold. Oh yeah. Alright, so let me double check, see if my control setup saved. Okay, yeah. I'm thinking instead of mapping boost to C-stick, I could map it to the left bumper. That way my left hand is actually doing something. There we go, and I'll map the air brake to Z. And then maybe map spin attack to C down. And then side attack to C up. Just like completely put the face buttons out of the equation. Where is it? There we go. Okay, I think that should work better. Yeah. You still want to get a Wii U at some point so you can hack the heck out of it until there's a reliable way to use it with an emulator, no gamepad. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I've found that any, like, system that has dual screens is a bit tricky to, like, recreate the experience outside of, like, the original hardware. But some games work with it. You have accelerate on L since that lets the hand hold and steer. Oh, yeah. I could try flipping, let's see, what do I have there? So I have boost on L. I could have accelerate on L instead. And then air brake on R. I'll just keep it like this for now and then see if that works. Yeah, thank you, Spacey's uncle who works for Nintendo. Alright, I'm gonna, lower the volume just a bit on my end. Oh, Super IndyCars is still in early access? Does that mean that they're still adding characters and stuff? Because they have a pretty impressive roster with a charming art style. At least the last time I played, though, I feel like it's a little bit too slippery for my tastes. But I wouldn't mind playing it at some point, just because it has the Freedom Planet characters in it. Alright, so last we left off, we had just beaten the Novice Grand Prix. We beat Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald Cup, so now we are gonna go to Standard. And I'll try and remember to actually strafe this time, and I think that should help a lot. I had a lot of good luck with the White Cat last time. But I gotta play as a captain at least once this stream. So I'll play as him until I game over, or if I place under first in the tournament. Game's a little loud. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. So of course the first track, Mute City, it's pretty pretty simple, gentle turns, so we want to go for max speed this time. Yeah, F-Zero had an anime, that's pretty interesting. Oh yeah, I played the demo for Aero GTX, I'm really excited for that. I've also thought about trying the Redout series. That looks pretty intense too. I've heard that that's very hard though, but I'm up for the challenge. Alright, hopefully we do a little bit better this time. So, once again, on the first lap, you don't get boost. You only get boost power after clearing lap 1. Which is, it's kind of a way to, it's a nice way to ease you into the courses if you're not familiar with them. Come on. And, like, on the first lap especially, you want to get the yellow boost pads on the track. They're especially important on lap 1. Alright, we got boost power! Oops. Dun, dun, dun. Also, boost from your vehicle and from the ground do not stack. So, you want to hold your boosts if you know that you're going to get one of the yellow boost pads. Alright, so I'm just gonna floor it, as it were. Let's go! Woo! Easy. Yeah, Mute City in the first cup's always easy. Oh, Hulk Busted, welcome, welcome. Nice hairdo, thank you. It's new. I like the cut. I like the bob cut. Route is super fun. Oh, that's good to know. If not just unbridled chaos of a zero-G racer. Yeah. The tracks in it look super pretty too. Yeah, Sega did make some good racing games for the Dreamcast. I have to remember to play Daytona USA, the Dreamcast version, because it's got a bunch of like new tracks and vehicles that aren't in any other release. Show me your moves. Like your cut? Thank you, Mighty. Proceed to next. Alright, Casino Palace. This is another track that's pretty gentle. So I'll stay on max speed. Yeah, Sega made this game. And apparently Nintendo was so impressed with their work that they asked for the source code to see how they pulled it off on the GameCube's hardware. But the simple reason that we haven't gotten an F-Zero game since this one is money. Nintendo does not feel that the series is profitable enough to warrant the cost of making like a next-gen one. But I mean, on the other hand, we have a whole bunch of really cool zero-gravity indie games that kind of follow in the footsteps of this, so it's not too bad, but it would be really cool to see one that actually has the F-Zero license. I'd love if Nintendo would just like license like the IP and the characters to like an indie team. I think that'd be a good compromise if they don't feel like risking like, you know, like profits or whatever. I don't know. There's a lot of boost pads on this track, so not many opportunities to actually use our own boosters. Final lap. Okay, the strafing is really helping with getting these boost pads. Gotta be careful. Come on. Let's go. First place. Maybe they're scared because it would be like when he reboots of Star Fox. Apparently Nintendo feels the same way about Star Fox, but the reason that still gets games to this day is because Miyamoto has a soft spot for Star Fox. So he kind of like overrules them, which I think is really cool. Because as a game developer, you should just make what you like. And your passion will shine through. And I honestly don't think that Star Fox Zero would have necessarily really been that bad of a game if it wasn't tied to the Wii U's motion controls. So if they like ported that to the Switch and got rid of the motion controls for it, then I think that'd be pretty neat. Yeah, I think that's another reason why why Nintendo has cold feet on F-Zero is because they already have a racing series in Mario Kart 8. And that is like the sixth, like just like Hellstar said, the sixth best-selling game of all time out of any game ever made. That's absolutely crazy. And I mean, Mario Kart 8 does have F-Zero content in it, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Alright, Sand Ocean. There's some tighter turns here, so I guess I could lower, get a little bit more acceleration, just a smidge. We already got a better Star Fox, Starlink with Star Fox characters. Oh yeah, I've heard that was really good. That's what they should do with F-Zero. They should like let like an indie Zero G racing game, like borrow a few of the F-Zero racers, like Captain Falcon. Okay, nice. Come on. I might have to ease up on the gas during that turn. Ow. No! Boost power! Give me that boost. Okay, I gotta remember that the healing pad is right there. Ah! No. Ow. So if I strafe in the same direction that I turn, I think that makes me turn more tightly. Come on. Okay, I better save the rest for until I get healing. One more. I'm sure we'll be fine. Famous last words, I suppose. There we go. Maybe I should have gone for max speed. Either that or not crash into the wall as much. Okay, just as good. I gotta be strategic. I think once I'm on like the last turn, then I can start like unleashing all my boosts. Yeah, like right here. Ah, second place, not bad. What's up? How's everyone's Friday been? It's been pretty nice and relaxing so far. I was really cooking yesterday. Like, I had to cancel yesterday's fan game stream. I'm gonna do the fan game, the Mega Man fan game on Tuesday next week instead. I had to cancel it because Mama Spacey is found another person that we can commission to like repair our Chinmini. because it's been in disrepair for many years, but we're finally going to get around to fixing it so we can have a roaring fire during the winter. And they gave us pretty short notice on when they would come and inspect the setup. So, they only gave us like a rough window of when they would arrive, and in addition to that, we had guests over at 3, so I was like, it's gonna be too distracting. Okay, lightning loop cross. I think a little bit more max speed. Yeah, Mama Spacey. She's a snowy owl. Alright. I really love the aesthetic of this track. This and the one in the Sapphire Cup that gave me a lot of problems last time. The second one in the Sapphire Cup is terrifying. Ow. Oh, good to know it's there. Come on, no, don't. Maybe I should go max speed if I don't get it this time. Boost power! Let's go! Yeah, combining strafing and turning is letting me turn tighter. Ow, 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 ow. Excuse me. Ah. No! I don't have enough energy for boost power. No! Okay, that's not working. No! I don't think that ever happened last time I played this, running out of energy. If Mama Spacey's an owl and I'm a bat, then who's the father? My father is a warthog, like 1000% warthog energy. Okay, that worked well. Let's get the boost power here. Switch lanes. Get it here. Okay, that's the strat for lap 1. And I want to be gentle. I need to be gentle with my strafing because I keep turning too tightly. There's first planes. Excuse me. Boost power. Ow. Come on. Okay, I gotta be careful now. Okay, I'll stay in the right lane so I can get some healing. Yeah, doing good. Just have to make sure not to hit the wall. That should be fairly comfortable in terms of keeping first place. There we go. Huzzah! Oh, I just realized my wheel's not working. Alright, where's the program that I use? There it is. Race and wheel. There we go. Make it a little bigger. Awesome.
Milestones! We have a new record!
We have a new record. Yeah, a lot of indie games I know do go through early access and are quite successful there. I'd say it's a really good idea if like you don't have like a pre-established fan base that can help you test your game. Like really test your game, do a stress test with as many players as possible. And that way you'll be able to discover some of the more like obscure bugs that might come up in your game. Pedal cam's also off? Yeah, I'm turning pedal cam off because you don't use pedals in an F-Zero machine. It controls more like an aircraft. Just want to make sure. Yeah, no problem, Alex. Thank you. Thank you for checking with me. All right, Aeropolis. Same configuration, I suppose. I'll just be careful to slow down during the sharp 90-degree turns. Aeropolis multiplex. Let's do this. Ow. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, strafing and turning at the same time is definitely the strat for those hairpin 90-degree turns. The square turns. Okay. I have healed. Come on. And those are mines. And it's ice. Boost power! Let's go! Whoa! I was not prepared. Shoo! I'm gonna have to go a little bit faster there. Either that or turn harder to get back on the track. Yeah, like right here. Okay, yeah, I need to turn immediately once I go off the jump pad so that I actually have solid ground to land on. Ow. Noise. That was close. But we're in first place. Boost power. Whew! That was close. Oh! Okay, there's lots of boost pads here, so we're in pretty good shape. Nice. Alright, be careful. Nice. Okay, I'm good, I'm good. Ow. Oh, first place is also my rival for once. Usually they're in like third or fourth. Ow. Nice. Right here. Alright, let's be careful. Nice! Let's go! That's the first cup down. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Phew! Off to a good start today. I'm sure that we're probably not last, because there's a lot of deadly turns in the next few cups. Doing great, thank you. Ta-da. Bum, 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 bum. All right, now we get to be interviewed.
F-Zero TV. From the special F-Zero GP venue.
Oh, he has a purple shirt now.
Interview with the Grand Prix champion. Okay then, I'd like to ask you something.
Oh, there's depending on the difficulty you pick, there's different questions. That's really cool. So we can hear even more voice clips from the characters we play as. Okay, let's just do the first one.
What was the key to your victory?
You don't win by being lucky. You win by being bold.
Good advice, Captain.
Words of enthusiasm, champion. That's it, everyone. We'll see you at the next Grand Prix.
You don't win by being lucky. You win by being bold.
F-Zero TV.
Thanks for playing.
Ta-da. You win by being bold. $20 tickets, oh my goodness. They really pile them on in the higher difficulties. New parts too. I'll have to experiment with making a custom vehicle once I figure it out. Yeah, you Falcon punched the competition. Captain Falcon he literally was just like, get good. Alright, let's see. Where do I buy stuff? F-Zero shop! Yeah, let's buy some parts. I have 37 tickets. Oh, cool. Maybe I could experiment with a lightweight vehicle. Okay, so I think the lightest vehicle is this one. Oh my gosh, that is very lightweight. Aerial bullet. I think that's Moon Snail. I like how that one looks. Titan G4. Bazooka. Let's see. We got a tiger one. Now let's see if I can unlock another racer. Red Gazelle, Iron Tiger, Deep Claw, Great Star, Little Wyvern. Oh yeah, that's James McLeod. The Mad Wolf, Hyper Speeder, Green Panther, Sonic Phantom. Oh, this is Skelly. Astro Robin, Death Anchor, Super Piranha, King Meteor, Queen Meteor. They have the same vehicle. Almost. Hers is heavier. Oh, it's the old man from the story mode. Bloodhawk. So I can afford all of these. I'll get James McLeod. Okay, that's good for now. Garage. Okay, what can we build? What sort of monstrosity? Yeah, James McLeod is an actual F-Zero racer. I think that's a really cool Easter egg. Okay, Liberty Venture. No. Okay, here we go. Do that. And pilot. You can choose your pilot too. That's cool. Oh, this thing is so ugly. This is actually lighter. This is a lot lighter. Okay, how do I pick the color? Or is it based on the person who's piloting it? Okay. Oh, I like how the ranks on this, they spell dead. Because that's what you'll be if you get in this vehicle. It's so ugly. You can change the color later. Oh, is this something I have to unlock? I'll just stick with the blue Falcon. Falcon until we lose. Albers, welcome. Hope you're doing well. I have a desire for velocity, so we are playing F-Zero today. Alright, Big Blue. I think my current setup is probably fine. Yeah, let's give it a try. Oh no, I remember having trouble with the final stretch because if you're going too fast during the jump, you're likely to hit like the beam on the ceiling. We'll do our best though. I missed it. Whew, that was close. Somebody blew up early. Yeah, I like that! Oh, that's not fair! Nice. Give me healing, please. Okay. So if I hang to the right there, I notice that that first beam doesn't extend all the way to the right. Okay, careful, careful. Come on. No! Oh. He sounds so dejected when he says it. He's like, 10th place. I wonder if I should take the L and then try and climb my way up from here. Depends on how many points I get. I got 54 points. Compared to first place, which has 100. Oh no. I better... Oh, that's a replay. That's not actually playing it again. Quit. Okay. I'm gonna try again. 10th place. Let me try James McCloud. I'm really curious. Little Wyvern. If I don't get it with James, then I'll switch to White Cat. Okay, so I feel like I should go more with acceleration. He seems like a chill dude. Yeah, it is James's human Sona. No, thank you. It's interesting how each driver has like a different like sound to their boost. Boost power! Oh wow, my goodness! James, you surprised me. He took that turn like a champ. Nice! Ow. Come on. You got this. Please. No! Oh, this course is so hard. Well, we'll see how we do from here. This course always gave me trouble in terms of actually etching out victory. Okay, Port Town Aero Drive. It looks like there's a lot of straightaways on this course, so I might as well go max speed. Oh, this is a gorgeous track. And I like the Rob cameo. It's no wonder that this is the track that they chose for Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Nice. Out of my way, please. Ah! Oh, that turn really creeps up on you. Because there's no like signs or barriers to indicate that it's actually coming up. So I'm gonna have to memorize that.
Oh no!
Woo! Okay, I turned a little too tightly there. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Boost power! Oh, there's the turn. Okay, so I can aim my vehicle downwards to land on the ground better, faster. Ow, ow, ow. Gimme, gimme. Goes me. Nice. Phew. Wasn't too bad compared to the last couple times I hit that wall. Faster! Ow. Come on. So close. Come on, come on, come on. Get him. Let's go! Oh, clutch victory. Awesome. Woo. Nice, not bad, James. Thanks everybody. Yeah, I numed him. Okay, so we still got one person ahead of us, but I think if we get another first place, that should be enough. Oh, welcome back, Mighty. Oh, right. I didn't know if it was Jody or like the other girl, the blonde one. Green plan, Mobius ring. So this looks like a pretty simple course, so we'll stay at max speed. Yeah, Jody's like a space police, I guess. Oh, thank you for hydrate. And thank you for break I redeem. What? I'll take sippy. Oh, that was a high speed sippy. Okay, back into it. Come on. Hey, there's too much traffic there. You're getting knocked all over the place. Hey! T-Birch, thank you for the raid. Welcome. What are you playing? Let's go. Woo! Ow. Nice. Oh, I gotta be careful about that turn. Okay, careful with the mines. No, he did the same thing. No, but I did it back. Let's go. So we should be first place overall now. Have I tried Sonic Raiders? It's honestly more aggressive than this. Oh, Sonic as in like supersonic speed, not as in the certain blue hedgehog, I assume. All right. What do we got for points? Let's go! So I think we just need to get first on the next race, and we should be pretty good. No foot pedal cam? Yeah, because F-Zero machines do not have pedals for the feet. It's all controlled with the hands. Right, Port Town Long Pipe. I guess we can stay at max speed? Question mark. Hope for the best. It'd be cool to get like a separate type of gadget that like more resembles like an aircraft or an F-Zero machine. Oh, Dark Cycle, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so this is the track where strafing really starts to come in handy. And I did not know how to strafe during my last F-Zero stream, so that kind of made things way harder than it needed to be. Okay, I'm gonna have to memorize the positions of these. Come on. Oh, okay. Dizzy. Oh, I missed it. I got this one though. Woo! Yeah, being in these half pipes where there's no like openings in them where you could fall in the bottomless pit is quite an interesting experience. Boost power, let's go. Oh, I missed it. Okay, I got that one. Got that one too. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Woo! Noise. Okay. Ouch. Oh, that hurt. But we're still in a good position. So as long as I don't do that again, I should etch out a victory here. Ah! No! I jinxed it. Oh my gosh! Ow! 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 No! It's not in the cards. No! Alright, I'm gonna retry. Yeah, the thing about Sonic Riders is like it doesn't actually teach you how the different mechanics interact with each other. So you're just kind of left to like guess for yourself unless you look it up, look up a more comprehensive tutorial online. Which I'm gonna have to do at some point because I do want to give it another fair shake because I was never really good at it. Like I didn't understand the mechanics because of course it doesn't teach you them other than like the bare essentials. Oh my gosh. I need to figure out the strat for this section. Oh, no. Oops. You blink and you die. Alright, come on. Okay, nice. Yeah, having the accelerator on the bumpers is definitely easier on my right hand. Okay, I'm fine, I'm fine. Boost power! Okay, I missed that one. Mom. Ow. Oh, it rotates. That's what's throwing me off. Alright, I'm gonna have my work cut out for me in this part with all the beams. Okay, I'm fine. Speed! I am speed. Okay, I'll just skip it. E. I'm E. E. Phew! Ow! No! Okay. I'll take this. I'll take third place. Oh my goodness. Is that the last track though? I think there's one more. But it's a doozy of a course, I think, if it's the one I'm thinking of. Oh wait, I'm still in first point wise. I forgot. Like even if I don't get first, I still get points. Okay, so we just have to do reasonably well on this next one. Oh no, this one. Oh. Well, here goes nothing. Oh yeah, I could try attacking somebody for once. I usually play this pacifist. This has a lot of hairpin turns with no guardrails, so like, I remember dying a lot on this track last time I played this game. Oh, mines. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. No, 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 no! Yeah, there's no time to bump our rivals when we're busy just trying not to die. Ow! 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 No! 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 The mines! The mines! I don't have any lives left either. Alright, I'm just gonna have to take it slow and steady. Okay, okay. Careful, careful, careful. No, no. Okay. Don't be afraid to break. No, not that hard. No, why are there lives? Why are there lives? No. I can't believe James is dead. Alright, let's give it another try. So that's how foxes pop or die? Yeah. I guess so. Sorry. Pigma designed the track. Alright, okay, there's some hairpin turns here, so I'll just go like there, I guess. Okay. Big Blue. Why is it called Big Blue? I haven't a clue. I find that just visually, like having being in a vehicle that has a pointy tip like this helps me line up my rotation a little bit better. I feel like we turn a little bit better than James. Or it could just be a placebo from being on one of the easier courses again. Okay. Boost power! Excuse me. Okay. Final lap. Oh, I missed it. Oh, we are schmoving. Yeah, I don't even think I need to strafe at the same time because we turn tight enough as it is. Come on, boost. No!
17th place.
No, I want at least 10. Wow. Okay. Ba 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 ba. I think it's just the way that this course is laid out. Like, there's very little opportunity to, like, boost past everyone near the finish line. Oh, excuse me. Close me. A Sidewinder force feedback pro? I never tried one. That might be an interesting experience. Alright, max speed this time, since we have plenty of turn power as is. Excuse me. I feel like Captain Falcon's very beginner friendly as well. Because his car has one of the better handlings, I think, from the ones that I've tried. Boost power! Okay, this tunnel can be a bit tricky. Ow, like that. Because if you hit that turn, then you're at a huge disadvantage on this final stretch. Excuse me. Aha! Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! Let's go. 4th place. Awesome. A track like that, I'll take it. Oh, okay. Thanks, Rob. I shall take a look later. Okay, proceed to next. Porttown Aero Drive. Why not? We'll stay at max speed. Ba 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 ba. Was that Rob for NES? Yeah, it was. He makes a cameo on this track, which is pretty funny because like this is the track that is the F-Zero track in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and that was the game where Rob debuted as a fighter. Well, okay, I gotta remember that turn. I forgot. Woo! We were like a real spaceship for a second. Goes me. Boost power. Okay. Nice. yeah, being in a vehicle that has better turn power is quite helpful for this track. Easy. Oh my gosh, if you saw the mini-map before I crossed the finish line, second place was so far behind. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm going White Cat this time, Darkmoon Cross. Because of the extra turn power, I think that's going to come in handy for the very last course.
My
So I don't freaking die all the time.
new record!
My stones, we have a new record. Thank you. Hello, person with sussy name. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Don't send the Falcon to do a cat's job. Oh yeah. Although I do love Captain Falcon. I would like to play as him more. But he can be pretty tricky on the higher difficulties to play as. But that's just what makes him rewarding to beat the game with. Heckman29, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. I'm Spacey Batelli. I'm a gadgeteer, bat, and a game developer. And I have a need for velocity, of course, today. So we're playing F-Zero GX. Alright, this is another easy course, so we're going max speed again. I don't really think I need to stay off, straight off of max speed, except on the last course. And even then, I guess I could just use the brakes. Wow. Excuse me. Too much traffic here. Ah! Stop bumping me! Okay, that's good. Da, da. Da. Ba, 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 ba. Da, na, 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 na. Thank you. Okay, careful here. Come on, careful. Dragging the needle. Ow. Let's go! Easy! Yeah, the White Cat definitely seems less stressful. I don't have to worry as much about, like, braking in advance when I know that hairpin turn is coming. But I assume the trade-off is that we have lower max speed than some of the best vehicles in the game. I've taken sippy. thanks everybody. Doing good so far. So just Port Town again, and then like the really bad course. Oh, thank you, Rob, for the hydrate. I'll take another sippy. Ah, refreshing. You got this? Thank you, Tezzy. Nice. Excuse me. Ow. Oh, that was awful. Thank you. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Shoot! Boost power. No! Careful, careful, careful. Okay, we made it out. And in second place. Nice. Doing good, doing good. Save some boost power in case I hit a beam somewhere. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, we're good, we're good. Let's go! First place! So we've gotten first on every track except the first one where we got fourth, so I think as long as we survive this course, then we'll be fine. Oh, you made it? Didn't even know you were streaming? Yeah, I generally stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern. I've tried to keep my schedule fairly consistent, barring like unforeseen circumstances, or if I just need like a rest period. According to guides, White Cat has some pretty nice max speed too. Nice. Phew. Okay, so yeah, like some of the harder courses in this game really demand like a lot of focus. Like if you blink, then you're dead. That sort of focus. So let's go down here. 100 points ahead. Let's go. So I generally do my chat reading between races. Alright, moment of truth. Oh, we hit the ceiling. I'm receiving a phone call. It is Mama Spacey, so I will be back in a minute. That's... Spacey Bartoltelli will return after the break. I'm back, and I'm back. Yeah, that was Mama Spacey. She warned me that there's gonna be a hailstorm coming our way. So she asked me to unplug the air conditioner and close all the windows and stuff. So hopefully we should be fine. But like, when I was talking to her on the phone, I could hear it in the background. And she said it's like pea-sized hail. Paige, it's okay. Paige, no barky. Paige, no bark. Paige. Yeah, hail. Also, yes, my BRB music is from Free Plant 2, of which I was the producer of that game. Alright. Deep breath, focus. As soon as we unpause, I have to be ready. Okay. Ah, no! I turned too hard. It's good to know I can turn that hard, though. Hope you'll be safe. Thank you, Borb. I, too, am a fan of Borbs. Both bird orbs and, other avians. Orb. Ah! Ah! Other winged creatures, I should say. Such as bats. Okay, we can turn really well. I will just let go of the accelerator to be safe, and that turn, I turned too tightly again. Saw some of your videos on your YouTube channel. Aw, nice. Thank you so much for checking out my YouTube page. Wow. School is small. Ah. No. Okay. I think we should be fine with our turning speed the way it is. So we just have to make sure we have enough speed on this part to actually land on the course. Okay, I'm fine. Okay, so that, imagine that, but you have boost power now too. Okay. We'll use boost power here. Oh, I'm fine. Okay, I'm fine. Okay. Peace. Serenity. Calm. Tranquility. No. Okay. Okay. Inner peace. Inner peace. Oh, I almost ended up in inner pieces. But we survived! Let's go! Shoo! Alright, the moment of truth. Do we have enough points? We did make a pretty decent amount. Yeah, we did it! Let's go! We are in first place. We won a tournament. Let's go! Jody coming in clutch once again. Whew! Yeah, that track is utter chaos. I'm so happy to hear this victory music. Inner peace.
Milestones! We have a new record!
Milestones. We have a new record. Oh. And now we get to do the absolute hardest cup after this.
F-Zero TV.
F-Zero.
From the special F-Zero GP venue, we're broadcasting an interview with the Grand Prix champion. Okay then, I'd like to ask you something.
What was the key to your win?
What was the key to your victory?
Doing my best, although that's not as simple as it sounds, of course.
I see. Thank you for the interview.
I had the exact same reaction.
That's it, everyone.
I
We'll
see.
See you at the next Grand Prix.
Okay.
F-Zero TV.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah, that's literally what it was, Borb. She was like, I won by doing good. It's not as simple as it sounds, but you gotta be good in order to win. That's exactly how it sounds. New parts. Ooh. Yeah, that was a short interview. Okay. Let's just jump right back in. Emerald Cup. Whew. Yeah, there's a couple of courses in this one that are really scary, but I honestly feel like the track I just beat with the hairpin turns over bottomless pits is probably my least favorite in the game. Everything else is at least fun to get through. Alright, so we have Firefield, Cylinder Knot. I think max speed is the play here. Oh, I noticed that Dark Moon Cross, like the vehicle rankings, like the rank letters, like a lower rank does not necessarily mean it's worse, the stat is worse, it just plays differently. And that's something that the game doesn't really tell you. So I do have to brush up on that sometime, especially if I'm gonna beat the story mode, because the story mode is excruciatingly difficult. I really like this course. It's nice and breezy. There's no real risk of falling off except at the final stretch. But as long as you line yourself up in between the pipes, then you'll be fine. Da, 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 da. Moist. Yeah, like that. You have to be right side up when you leave that pipe, or else you'll fall to your death. But once you figure out the trick, then it's pretty doable. Come on. Just by a hair I missed that one. Come on. And use the lava in the background to gauge whether you're right side up or not. That always helps me. Nice. Got it. I missed. No, I missed again. Whatever. Ow. Phew! I'll take the... I'm sure we'll do better in the other courses. Yeah, so many racers here. Oh, welcome back, Money. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, once you get the trick for this track down, it's easily the easiest one in Sapphire Cup. Okay, Green Plant, this is another max speed one. You just gotta be tricky in the parts of the track that are kind of like hilly and bumpy. I really like the contrast between like the green forest outside and like the purple interiors. haven't played racing games in a long time. Yeah, it's not for everybody. Especially like the super speedy ones like this one, where you need like a ton of reaction time and the ability to not like completely panic. Nice. There we go. Oh, they're really snaking around there. I should try that. Okay, I'm fine, I'm fine. Boost power! Come on! Okay, let's try this. Ah, there's where the strafing comes in handy. Although you have to be really careful not to hit the pillars, or else it's all for nothing. Okay, getting a little greedy. Okay, that works better. Oh! Second! I'll take second. Sure. Ba 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 ba. Woo! Alright, second place. How are we doing point-wise? Oh, we're in first, point-wise. Let's go! So we need to get like another, like a couple of first place victories, and then we should be good. Believe in boost power, nice. Casino Palace. This is another max speed course, I think. It's got the double branches, but either one's fine. Yeah, for those who are new, I put a post. A pinned message up that shows like a Twitter post about how my friend Alex and one of our moderators is currently raising money to pay for medical expenses. And I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to everyone who has contributed so far, even if it's just sharing the post around.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. I am grateful for your help. Okay, just be careful. I don't think those jump pads are really all that useful either. Thank you for head pats. So nice. Okay, this way. Hold on, I'm itching. Itchy. Itchy battle. Boost power. We're in a pretty good shape. For some reason, the AI isn't very good at this course. Ow. Okay, getting greedy. No! Oh! That jump pad is in such a mean position. Yeah. I'm sure I could use it to my advantage if I actually intentionally drive into it. It's so cool how both halves of the track just kind of are sandwiched on top of each other there. So you have some drivers on the ceiling and some on the floor. Ow. Ouch. Okay, let's go this way. See if there's fewer jump pads. There is. So if I remember to hang right there, then it'll be easier to deal with. Ow. No, what happened?
Of course.
No!
Time.
Why didn't I stick to the track? Failure. Excuse me, Captain Falcon. Ow. No! I think the left half side of that course, of this course, is a little less finicky in that regard. So I'll just, at every fork, I'll go left except for the last one, and I'll go right to skip the jump pads. Ow. Nice. whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, okay, okay. I'm good, I'm good. Maybe I should not boost at that particular section. Doing good. Okay, no boost here. Ow. Go! Okay, 2 more courses. Can we do it in 3 attempts? Since I have 3 lives left. Let's go! Thank you! Thank you, thank you. Cool, so we have a more comfortable lead now. Only 10 points, but still, it's more comfortable. Oh no, this course. This one that's coming up next. Is the bane of my existence. But since I know how to strafe now, hopefully it should be a little bit easier than the last time. Gonna head off now to play What the Dub with your mates. See ya. Hope you have a good time, Haas. Ugh. Okay. Good. And of course, the most important thing, don't panic. Don't panic, Spacey. You got this. I don't know what the deal is with that Captain Falcon lookalike who's dressed like a dinosaur. Okay. Just gonna follow the pack. See where the safe spots are. Oh, this part. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. No, 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 no. And the lasers do chip damage, so we don't have to worry about it unless we're in the red. I also have to be careful about where exactly I boost. Because not only are there are hairpin turns and stuff to worry about, but we only get 1 healing spot at the end. Alright, focus, focus. I'm not gonna risk it with that one. Ah, no! Oh, okay, okay, okay. This part's kind of harrowing right here, too. No, 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 no. I'm fine, I'm fine. No! That was so close. Okay. Try it again. You blink, you're dead. No. Okay. Yeah, it is a good music track though. And I like the atmosphere. No more lives. No! I jinxed myself. It hurts. Oh, the pain. LCD77, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Ugh. Oh my gosh. I was about to say, be careful. Oh, point taken. Okay. Alright, let's try again. We have somebody with better boost power, because I don't feel like turning matters as much as it does in the previous cup. So BCB, CCA. Who's got? James has B boost, B level boost. That might be the play. Alright, I'll try it with James. Got back in FP2 recently. Close to being Carol's storyline. Nice! Hope you're enjoying Carol's storyline so far. You keep having to look away and hear me scream and immediately whip your head back to see what the heck's happening. Yeah, I hope that's enjoyable at least. You're enjoying it very much. Awesome. Carol's playthrough. Yeah. Wait, did I set it to max boost power? I hope I did. Nice. Excuse you. Oh, I can definitely feel the difference in grip. No, I missed. Okay, it's doing good. Alright, cool. So close. Oh, I missed it. Oh well. Ah! Oh. That's fine. Come on. Nice. 4th place, I'll take it. Am I using an actual wheel controller for this? I am not. I'm using a PS4 controller because unfortunately I don't have enough room on my desk for a steering wheel. But it'd be cool to try one someday. Playing FP2 after playing FP1 was like, holy moly, they went all out on this game. I know, we totally did. Just like higher production value all around. I'm so proud of everyone. I'm using a special GameCube that my uncle who works at Nintendo gave me that will play a variety of Nintendo games. Wink, 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 wink. Yeah, it's a super advanced GameCube. Does putting Excel brake on the shoulder triggers give it an analog response? I haven't done gradual enough movements to notice a difference, but it feels nice. It's nicer for my hands than holding the X button all the time. So this is definitely what I'm gonna do when I play racing games from now on, is to put gas and brake on the shoulder buttons. Or gas and boost. Basically the 2 most common actions on the shoulder buttons. Schools me. Okay, we're going here, since we don't have boost power. Ah, whoa, 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 no! No! Oh, I can feel the grip difference with this. Okay. You have a copy of this game? You haven't played in forever though? Awesome. Ow, stop bumping into me, please. Okay, I want this here. Nice. Okay, let's be careful here. Ow. Boost power! Okay, getting greedy. Ow. Good, good, good. No! Oh! Whoa! Let's go! Oh my gosh! That was like razor thin! Woo! Oh my goodness. Let's see how close that was. Oh my gosh! 0.009 seconds ahead of him. Oh my gosh, that felt so good.
My stones! We have a new record!
My stone! We have a new record! Ah, once again, James, you surprised me. Little Wyvern, big win. Oh yeah.
Nani?
Whew. Okay. Very comfortable lead in points. But we'll see how the next few courses go. You've been in extended talks with your uncle who works at Nintendo to make this happen? Nice. Ooh, okay. Casino Palace, max speed. And I think I'll go for an Excel build for the lightning course. Oh yeah, Elfie, I remember watching a video playthrough of Hyper Princess Pitch on Really Joel's Mom difficulty. Absolutely crazy. I like joke difficulties in games if it's theoretically possible to actually beat them, because you know somebody's gonna try. I like them less when they're like actually impossible. It kind of reminds me of like Doom's Nightmare difficulty, where it was originally made as a joke because back in the 90s, hardcore Doom players were complaining that the game was too easy on the highest difficulty. So like John Romero just like added Nightmare as a joke. But nowadays with the advent of like twin stick controls, it's actually a lot more doable than it used to be. At least with the original maps. Someone even like I even saw a really cool like map set for Doom, like a custom map. That is no. I took the wrong turn. But I saw like a custom map set that is balanced specifically around Nightmare. Like you cannot play it on any other difficulty. It's quite creative. Yeah, exactly, Rob. I think it's called Not Even Remotely Fair. It's named after the prompt that appears when you try to select the Nightmare difficulty on Doom. Okay, so my strat from last time is always go left, except for the last turn, the last fork in the road, then go right. Oh, I messed up. There we go. This way. Boost power. Okay. Let's go here. Ow. Okay, cool. Ow. Quit bumping into me. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, strafing helps there. Ow. Okay. Okay, right turn ahead. Let's go! First place! Alright, now the really hard parts. Ugh. Phew. Awesome. Queen of Fast. Oh yeah. Oh, Wave Race. I want to play Wave Race sometime too. I've kind of been holding off until my swimsuit outfit is done and rigged, and that way I could play like a bunch of watercraft racing games while wearing it. Okay, pretty comfortable lead. I think I can afford to get like top 5 in the next couple races and still win. Okay, we're definitely going more for an Excel build this time. Wave Race would be so fun with Swimmy. Yeah! Okay, whew. Quick hand stretchy. And then let's do this. Okay. Okay. No. I'm missing the boost pads, but I just am focused on surviving. I'll hit the ones on the straightaways. Oh. Not this. No, it's too risky. Oh my gosh. Ah! I can definitely feel the extra weight on this car, on this machine. Boost power! On the plus side, since we're heavier, we're not getting knocked around as much by the other drivers. Which has messed me up a few times in the past. Oh, yeah, the boost power is where we really excel. Okay, stay calm, stay calm. Don't look at the map. Don't look at chat. Just focus on the road ahead. Okay. We're doing good. Okay, good. We're good. Oh, no, I'm getting greedy. No! No! Instant karma. Oh, okay, let me take Sippy. It could just be that I'm using an Excel build, but I feel like James is a bit more comfortable on this track than Jody. I'm not gonna risk that. Whoa. Okay. Hitting that boost pad's a bad idea. I will remember that for the next lap. Okay. Okay, I'm fine. No. I told myself not to hit that boost pad. Okay, cool. A nice sequence of boost chains. Once I get to the laser section, I need to make sure I save enough boost power so I can just spam boost the whole time. No. Okay. No, don't be tempted. Okay, I'll take ninth place, whatever. We survived! Let's go! Let's go! Someday I'll get amazing at this course, and I'll look back and I'll be like, why did I panic so much? But today is not that day. Yep, exactly, House Sword. the velocity is so much that you have to really be careful. No problem where you're at now. Ah, thank you, Alex. Also, thank you for the pats. So nice. Alright, how are we doing points-wise? We're still in first. So as long as we get a decent ranking, on the next course. Alright, let me take a sippy. I think if we get like top 4 or so, then we should still hatch out a victory. Let me stretch my hands real quick. I haven't heard of Chaotic CD. What is that, like a board game? Oh, a TV show. I see. I'm currently stretching my hands. I'm doing the one where I do like 5 poses for 5 seconds each. Okay. Oh, okay. Final race. Let's go. The name of the track is Ordeal. Let me try max speed. I think we have one life to play with. So we can die once. And still be fine. In the Galaxy Trail Discord server. Nice. Thank you for joining. It's a chill place. Okay, yeah, we can die. We can afford to die once. But I'm going to do my best not to. Whoa. Okay. Ow. I didn't get enough speed. No. Okay, I probably should go for more of an Excel build. Yep, there goes that life. I wish it didn't happen not even halfway through the first lap, because I would appreciate being able to memorize the course. Okay, that feels better. Okay. No. Okay. We're safe. Mostly. We're safe as in our vehicle has not exploded. Ow. Okay, so I think I know where the trouble spots in this course are. So I just have to remember the timing. Boost power! Oh my gosh, that was close. No, I can't do this poorly. I need to get... higher up in the pack. Nice. Ow. Stop it. Oh, okay. No, I missed the boost. Oh, get off me. Fly, fly, fly. Ah. They're tasting my sweat. No. No! Okay. Shoot. Okay, healing, please. Ow, ow. No, no. I have to figure out how to approach that really tight turn in the aquarium. Ow. Come on, come on, come on. It's right here. Woo! Do we have enough? Do we have enough points? Oh my gosh. We did it! We survived! Let's go! Okay, okay, let's see, let's see. Let's go! Woo! I'm proud of you, James! Let's go! Awesome! We did it!
My stones! We have a new record!
Milestones! We have a new record! Ah, thank you, everybody! Oh my gosh. I feel like I actually just climbed out of the cockpit of the vehicle myself in real life. And I'm just like drenched in sweat. Oh my gosh. Oh. This game is a ride. It really is. I love it so much. That's okay. It has saved for us. Let's go. That's oh, jeez. Victory! And I like how there's not really that much rubber banding in the game, to the point where like it isn't that consistent what the best CPU driver will be on a given course. So you can afford to get like, you don't have to get first every race in order to assure victory. I like that. It's more realistic. It also means you can take a few L's here or there. You aren't like incentivized to completely start over if you don't get first on every race.
F-Zero TV.
Yeah, I wish story mode didn't have the rubber banding. Oh my goodness.
From the special F-Zero GP venue, we're broadcasting an interview with the Grand Prix champion. Okay then, I'd like to ask you something.
All right.
What was the key to your victory?
The ability to think and act quickly when the pressure's on.
I see.
Yeah, his answer
Thank
makes
you
the
for
most
interview.
sense out of the three
That's it, everyone.
characters that I
See you
beat
at the
Grand
next
Prix
Grand
with.
Prix.
You do have to think quickly, especially in a competition like this. Like I said multiple times before, you blink, you're dead.
Congratulations.
Diamond Cup? Wait, brand new courses? I gotta try this. I'll do it on the novice difficulty. Oh no! Okay. So, I can afford to buy a few things, I think. Let's see if there's any more story mode tickets, or if I have to beat the story mode I'm stuck on first. Okay, I bought both those. Let's buy some parts. Let's see. Grand base. That's very heavy. Firewolf. Rapid barrel. Skyhorse. Aqua goose. The goose. Well, you can go ahead and get in the pond if you're gonna act like a silly goose. Okay, I'll buy that. I'll buy that. I'll buy the super links. I'll buy the scorpion. The bazooka. The triple Z. Okay. Let's unlock a few more racers. Let's unlock Red Gazelle. Red Gazelle and Super Piranha and Mad Wolf. Alright, we spent all our tickets. Nice. Alright, novice. And let's try the Diamond Cup.
You can use machines with memory data.
Billy? Billy's his name. The Mighty Gazelle. He looks cool. A-tier boost? Wow. I bet that's a trip. But I feel like since I don't know these courses, I should go with a driver that I'm familiar with. I'll go with Captain. Yeah, Captain Falcon again. You brewed a peach-flavored cream soda? Oh my gosh, that sounds absolutely delicious. I gotta learn how to brew my own cream sodas. Captain Falcon! Pepto-Bismol! Cosmo Terminal. Ooh, so this is like on a satellite ship? Alright. Let's do this. Pepto-Bismol! The legendary hero. Wait, I should have paid attention to the course. I'm sure max speed is fine. We'll be fine. Recommend you learn how to brew soda. It's so much fun. Oh, it sounds like it. So like carbonated beverages and stuff?
Hey Space Rat. Hey Evan. F0GX.
Thank you so much for the 11 months, Mike. Thank you so much. Yeah, F-Zero. Oh my goodness, this is a satellite. It's like rotating and everything. Oh, this is a trippy course. I like it a lot. Aesthetically, at least. It remains to be seen if I actually like how it plays. I noticed that there's no safety rails.
Of course. Retire.
I really have to stop jinxing myself. Okay, I might as well restart so I have the same number of lives. Welcome to Diamond Cup.
You can use machines with Blue Falcon.
Okay, let's try again. Okay. Sorry, Captain. I'll do better this time. Excuse me. Okay. There's a lot of healing strips on this course, so I'm guessing there's plenty of opportunity to spam boosts. Woo! No! Maybe I should not aim downwards until I'm absolutely sure I'm above solid ground. I haven't even completed a single lap on this course. Welcome to Diamond Cup indeed. Oh, okay. No. Slowly catching up on them. There we go. Okay. So I'm just not gonna tilt. Excuse me. There we go. Oh my gosh, I bet lap 2 is gonna be absolutely nuts with everyone boosting. And all of like the healing strips here. Alright, here we go. Oh, it really wants you to spam boost. Responsibly. Which I did not do. Lap 1 takes so long. Okay.
Well, you can go ahead and get in the pod. Act like a silly goose.
Oh, you can go ahead and get in the pond if you're gonna act like a silly goose. Come on. Come on, Blue Falcon. Okay, good. Shoo! Okay, there are actually guardrails on this part. Boost power. Okay, let's go this way. Once I know where all the bottomless pits are, this course is oddly relaxing. Okay. I gotta remember the strafe if I want to make very tiny adjustments to my course. I bet this course is nuts on higher difficulties with everybody boosting all the time. Nice. Let's go. It only took like 4 deaths. Shoo. It stops at the top on the final lap. Nice. Yeah, it does feel like the whole course is like a massive elevator. Nice. Oh yeah, it is in a giant elevator. Super pretty course. Alright, Sand Ocean. Oh, like the stage in Sonic Adventure where you play as Eggman. Yosh. Okay, I could probably do max speed again here. Yes, I guess more than one game had the idea to name a location Sand Ocean. Yoosh. Nice. I haven't seen this place since the very first cup. Okay, good to know that I should boost immediately after going to the next level. Okay. Okay. And this is why you don't blink and drive when you're in an F-Zero tournament. Goes me. No, I almost did it again. No! So we do not want to cross under the arrows. We want to go in the direction they're telling us to go. It's very nice that the developers actually put the signs there. Like, they don't usually do that in the other courses, but this is the one exception, I guess. No! Because they're like, oh, okay, this track is a little difficult to see. We might as well put the signs. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get through the whole Diamond Cup. But it'll give us something to strive for next stream. Next time we stream this game, at least. If that's the case. No. Don't hit me. Do not bump the battle. Ow. Oh my gosh! Oh, this course is tough. Ugh. It does look like the sand's made of coins. It's like Scrooge McDuck's money pile. Phew. No, 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 no. Ah, no! Oh my gosh! He made me fishtail and spin around. And I couldn't adjust course in time. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Ugh. It maybe could just be the stress, but it's getting kind of hot in here, so I'm gonna turn a fan on real quick. Okay. I better actually turn the fan to face me. I overcompensated. There we go. Yeah, I got pit maneuvered. Okay, let me do a hand stretch. I'll give it... I wonder if I could do single tracks. That way I don't have to play the previous course, 2 courses, in order to see the other tracks. Maybe a versus battle? Or is that multiplayer only? Okay. I could time attack them, I guess. Well, oops. Wrong button! 2 or more controllers are needed. Okay, I'll just do time attack. Okay. So, a new fire field track. Let's go White Cat this time. Try on the hardest difficulty, then the easiest ones will be even easier. Not a bad idea. Right now I'm just trying to learn the courses before I give it another fair shake. White cat. Too bad there's not a white bat. And I must say, I'm pleasantly surprised how good the built-in widescreen is in this game. I haven't had to adjust my display settings from when I played Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh my gosh, it's so wobbly. Oh, wobbly course. No, 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 no. Okay, okay. Good thing we're practicing. Whoa, okay. Yeah, shadow magic. Oh my gosh. Oh, wobbly. It's so wobbly. Okay, so this course honestly isn't that bad. It's not as bad as Sand Ocean in terms of difficulty. I feel like I could have breezed through this during the first try and not died if I had made it past Sand Ocean. Moist. Whoa. Okay. There's where the difficulty comes in. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay. Careful. Okay, so just ease up on the gas if I start going out of control in that section. Impressive. New record. Oh, yeah, that is true. The course is called Undulation for a reason. Okay. Oh, I remembered my name. Let's go.
Thank you.
No Samco. Spacey Bat. Vanille, welcome. Nuts. Hope you're doing well. How's stream so far? Quite intense. Right now I'm doing practice runs of the Diamond Cup that I just unlocked, just so that I don't run out of lives early on. Oh, you can see difficulty stars too. Oh. Alright, Aeropolis Dragon Slope. Oh no. Oh no. I'm looking at the track geometry and getting nightmare flashbacks to Meat City in the Emerald Cup. But we'll do our best. Oh yeah, your model debut. I hope it goes well. Dragon Slope's thankfully easy. Okay, that's good to know. I guess the big drops just look intimidating. Okay, there is a guardrail there, that's good. Oh my goodness, that's so much fun. And like I don't have to worry about turning while dropping like I would on other courses that have big drops like that. It's just like a straight, like 3 drops. Ah, okay. Oh, cool, city traffic. Boost power! Let's go! Ada! Let's not use boost here because it's slippery like ice. Ow. I thought there was a turn there, apparently not. Ow. Yeah, I feel like Jody's boosts aren't as strong to kind of compensate for her having, like, pretty good top speed and good grip. No, okay, we're good. Woo! Nice! Okay, so this course is pretty simple. So far it seems like in Diamond Cup Sand Ocean is like the culprit, like the difficulty spike. Of course, it might be different when there's actual opponents on the course that can knock you around, but so far so good. Let's go! Oh, next course is a fun watch? Okay.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay. Oh, that's the one. Thanks everybody. Alright, I'll take Sippy. Good stuff. Phantom Road. Slimline slits. Oh, this seems like a trip. Is it the obligatory like weird dimension final stage? Yeah, everyone else hydrate if you haven't taken a sippy in a while. Also, thank you for head tots. So nice. I'm gonna save actually attempting the Diamond Cup for the next time I stream this game. I want to wrap up stream by 4:30, so I have time to set up for Orange is Bornge, the collab stream, which will be happening at 9 p.m. Eastern, hosted by my friend Aki. I'll be joining a game show called Dungeonaire, and it's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but entirely centered around video game trivia. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait, and I hope you will join me if you are available and interested. Oh my goodness, yeah, this course. Okay. Wait, was that a drop, or that would have killed me if I had? It probably would have killed me. So you can't get too greedy with the healing. Ow, ow, ow. At least it's not a long course. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, getting a little too greedy there. Oh my gosh, one of the instruments in the background sounds like my phone ringing, so I was like, oh, wait, somebody calling me? No! Okay. Oh, yeah, I'll give a shout out once we go to just chatting for the rest of the stream. But yeah, I can't wait. I think it's gonna be fun. Okay. Come on. Okay, cool. I'm very glad that the laps are so short, so shouldn't take too much to memorize where all the locations are. Okay. Okay, doing good. Oh, I missed. Whatever. Nice. Let's go. Whew. Okay. So we've beaten all the diamond courses, at least once, except for Sand Ocean, but it's fine. I will focus on that next time. But for now, I will hop over to just chatting for a little bit. We can have a little chatty batty before we wrap things up, shall we? This is so much fun. Thank you so much for joining me so far. That's... okay. Let me make sure I actually saved my progress. Okay. Okay, we should be good. Ta-ta! Who would win, Captain Claw or Captain Falcon? I'm not sure, in terms of combat. In terms of racing, though, Captain Falcon definitely. Because we've seen how Captain Claw races, and he's not very fast compared to Lilac in the game. Gonna get off later on? Oh, thank you so much for hanging with us, Tezzy. Okay, so the plan is tonight I will be hopping on a different stream, 9 p.m. Eastern. Going to give a shout out to the channel that I will be on. So this is Aki, also known as Orange is Born, one of my good friends, who invited me onto her game show, Dungeonaire. So in T-minus 5 hours from now, I will be back on Twitch on her channel, and we'll chat for an hour or so, and then we'll get into the game show, and I think that'll be like another hour or so. Yeah, she's really cool and funny, and her streams are like pure chaos. It's always fun stopping by, and she's like a huge Nintendo fan like me. So it's gonna be interesting. And there's different like power-ups you can use to help you, just like in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. One of them is kind of like her equivalent of phone a friend. So that'll be interesting. And there's also like an equivalent to Ask the Audience. So we'll see how well I do. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get through all 30 questions, because they change every time too. Might miss out on that, but hope it goes well. Thank you, Ferris. Yeah, like I would imagine like the difference in time might not line up with everybody's schedule. Believe in you. Thank you, Alex. Stream starts in how many hours from now? 5 hours from now. Wish you luck. Thank you, Blue Ninja. Yeah, it is kind of like a trivia game show, and like some of the questions are multiple choice. Some of them are where I have to listen to some dialogue and correctly guess what game it's from. And some where I have to like look at a picture and also guess what game it's from. Stuff like that. You may be able to see it. Awesome! Think you'll be around for it, but also you plan to do escape rooms with your friend tonight? Oh, in real life or online? Escape rooms sound like fun. I've never done one before, because I don't know how I would be under the pressure. But yeah, I hope you have fun. You're the video game vat, you're the one who wins. I hope so. I imagine I could struggle with questions regarding like game series that I've never really played. Like if there's a Silent Hill question, for example, I would be completely stumped regardless of how easy it might be to a Silent Hill fan, for example. And like I've never played Phoenix Wright, I've never played From Software games. Me pick me? Yeah, Alex. If you're gonna be there, then maybe you could be my phone a friend person. Especially if they have a Silent Hill question. Yeah, I also have never played Armored Core, so if there's an Armored Core question, then you would be the person to ask, Alex. Yeah, if there's a Sonic question, then I'm pretty sure I got it, unless it's something like super obscure. Same with Mega Man. Silent Hill question, how much fog is too much fog? Or a treasure question? I wouldn't know about treasure though, because I haven't played all of their games. I haven't played any of their shmups before, for example. Ace Attorney is a great series, I've heard so. A trick question, there can never be too much fog. Mario Kart, I could do pretty good on that, I think. A Pokemon question? Half and half. I'm pretty good with Gen 1 and like the more recent gens, but not so much the ones in the middle. NASCAR, that's not like that didn't have an origin in like video games, so I'm not sure if there'll be something like that. Wait, no. The last time I watched Aki play Dungeonaire with somebody, they had a question about Madden NFL, so I think NASCAR is on the table. Yeah, I should play some Treasure Smuff sometimes. If for some unthankful reason there's a La Mulana question, you got my back. Thank you, Helpsword. Yeah, there was a Madden NFL question. The further you get, like the more questions you answer correctly, and the further you get to beating the game, the more obscure the trivia is. And when she first started doing the Dungeonaire thing, she didn't have a lot of questions to work with, so sometimes they would get like the same question on multiple runs, but they have since added a ton more. So I can't rely on my prior knowledge of other people who I've watched play this game. The only Madden NFL game you've ever had was 95 on the Sega Genesis. Yeah, my brother had a bunch of them. John Madden. Play you. May he rest in peace. On the moon. Madden 95 was good? Yeah, I've heard it was pretty good. Well. Mama. Play you. First racing game would be Mario Kart Wii. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a good starting point. Holla get dollar. Oh my gosh, that video is like emblematic of a certain era of internet culture. But you played it with your dad, nice. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I hope it all goes well. I actually have been like slowly, like gradually adjusting my sleep cycle in preparation for tonight. So once it's all said and over with, then I can gradually go back to my usual sleep cycle, which is when I usually head to bed like around 10 p.m. and then I wake up at like 8 a.m. in the morning. No sleepy bats? Yeah. Hey, you gotta be careful about this sort of thing, because if something like throws it off whack, then like you could like feel off your game for a few days. Bats are notoriously bad at sleep. Yeah, I suppose so. It's kind of funny because even though I'm a bat, I really want to be awake under as much sunlight as possible, because it's really healthy for you to be like up and about while the sun is up. That would actually be your sleep cycle if you actually slept through the night. I'm sorry to hear that you have sleep difficulties, Alex. Yeah, sunbath. Wow. So, yeah, I've got the game show tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, and then next week, I'll be streaming at my usual days, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern. My my first stream will be where I play Mega Man Rock Force, since I wasn't able to yesterday. And then I also want to have another Project Chrono Gear dev stream because I have a lot of cool stuff to show off and talk about. I was really cooking yesterday, oh my gosh. And like, I actually have a boss fight finished. And I just need to redo the Sanctum level because I've added like a few new enemy types that don't really gel well with the current setup. So I will redo that layout and then maybe work on like cutscene stuff, just like short cutscene stuff. And then at that point, I think I'll have enough to where I can finally like stop being coy about it on social media. The boss animation looked great too. Thank you. Yeah, it turned out really fun to fight, I think. But I'll talk more about that once the actual date comes. Really excited to play it someday. It looks super fun to play. Thank you, Nat. Yeah, it does feel really fun. And like, I'm tempted to add more character abilities, but like, I like the way it is right now. Like, it feels nice and simple, and it's easy to get a hang of. So maybe like the complexity, I could focus on adding complexity in the level design and not so much the character. But we'll see how it works. We'll see how things go, because like, it's something that I've said before, but sometimes like eventually a game will tell you what it wants to be. You're taking pictures of bats at your college? There's one time when a bat was sleeping in a bathroom. A bat room. He was such a fuzzy little guy. If it weren't for the risk of rabies, you would have tried to pet him. Yeah. You don't wanna handle bats, wild bats. Like, do not touch them. And if you have to, make sure you're wearing gloves. And it's not only so that you don't get sticks, but also so that the bat doesn't get sick. But like, just having them around is like really beneficial for the environment because they are huge bug eaters. A single bat can eat like thousands of mosquitoes a day. It's like absolutely insane and really cool. Project Chrono Gear may as well be Sabrina's chance to strike big in terms of popularity. Well, I suppose the fact that this game is being freeware and doesn't like actually doesn't cost money is going to be a big plus in terms of the number of people who can play it. It'll be interesting to see game development through the freeware lens for once. I mean, I did it before when I was just starting out, but now I'm like a professional with like many years of experience. So it's kind of really cool to take all of that experience with me and do something that I used to do when I was a kid. Gotta head out. Talk to you later. Thank you for stopping by, Avanel. Hope you have a good day. Calling her Spacey here? Yeah, I prefer Spacey here. I mean, I honestly don't mind either way, whether you call me Spacey or Sabrina, but I figured, like, just for consistency's sake. And it's kind of funny because, like, recently I got my very first email. Like, you know those emails where, like, they ask you if you want review codes for a game to kind of like give them like publicity. I've gotten tons of those in the past because, you know, I'm a game developer, and it's always, of course, it's always been under my IRL name, but I got one like the other day that actually like referred to me as Spacey. So the spam emailers are starting to know me by my persona. I think that's interesting. Sabrina rolls off your tongue easier than Spacey. Yeah, that makes sense. No familiarity with the character persona, but very excited to see what she brings to life. Yeah. Not everyone is like deep into Hololive lore the way that I am, but it's been really fun watching their content. And like I love all the new like Advent streamers. They're all so much fun in different ways, and they've been pulling in an insane number of views. Like they've all been getting like 10,000 views per stream, and they're only like a week old so far. That's really cool. I'm proud of them. I'm very happy with them. Did they call me Spacey? Yeah, they did. So I'm guessing it's somebody who's just going to like Twitch streams, like Twitch streamers. and then seeing what name they go under, and then they're like taking the first name and being like, hey, I noticed you were streaming. Can you stream this? Oh, Freedom Planet Expanded. Is that for the first game or the second one? The only one you were following for a while was Sana? Oh, that hurts. Yeah, Sana is eternal. I know it's a surprising number of people who, like, either Sana was the only one that they watched or their favorite. That just goes to show how wonderful she was. But yeah, for those who lack context, Sana is the first English VTuber in Hololive to retire early. They call it graduation, but supposedly she had health problems that prevented her from being able to dedicate herself to the company. And she's still around. She's just not like her VTuber persona anymore. Like she's like an artist. You subscribed to Bales when she debuted, but you rarely watched her because she debuted around the beginning of your second year of college. Oh yeah, she has a really fun look. I wanna get at least cameos of the other council members in the game. I have like base sprites for all of them. I just need to like animate them, which is gonna be a challenge, but I think I'm up for it. Calling it graduation is so fun. Yeah, it is. It kind of like makes it hurt a little less, I guess. Because by the implication is that by graduating, you're going on to bigger and better things. Oh, they added Spade and Torque playable. Oh yeah, Horizon Starport was something that I was working on back in the day when I wanted to do the Spade Torque stuff, but I abandoned it when I got fed up with working under ClickTeam Fusion's limitations. Because like the engine was really pushing it to its absolute limit, and I guess it just couldn't take it anymore. And I've said this in the past too, but like Spade and Torque, their gameplay styles were just so different from everyone else's that they didn't mesh well with the current level design. So that I had to give that up in order to focus on Freedom Planet 2. Just learned about that cut stage the other day. Pretty interesting. Yeah, it would have been like a prologue for Torque, like a flashback when he first left his home planet. What limitations did I have? Just the load times and the fact that I still had to copy and paste all of the base like engine code between scenes, because like ClickTeam Fusion has like global events that you can put stuff under, but it's not very good. So in order to kind of like bypass that, everything had to be local, which means that if you modified like a way a character behaved, for example, you'd have to copy that code, paste it into every single scene in the game, and there's like literally hundreds of scenes. Takes like a good 15 minutes just copying and pasting nonstop. But we definitely learned from that. For Freedom Planet 2, Unity was like a lot better at being able to share stuff between scenes. The music for Horizon Starport is so good. Yeah, I'm upset that I couldn't finish the stage just because like the music wasn't able to be part of the game. But maybe we'll use it someday properly for something. Freedom Planet 2 became one of your favorite indie games? Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Blue Ninja. Wonder how Spade's side of the story and everyone would have been like to play through. That's the thing too, like the huge challenge with Spade is that he doesn't follow like the same perspective of the other characters. Like Lilac, Carol, Mila, and Torque are for the most part together for most of the story, so they could share like cutscenes and locations. But that wasn't the case for Spade. Like, he has a completely different route, so he would have needed a lot of new content to the extent that we might as well would have made an entirely new game just to handle his side of the story, so that was kind of a mistake. Yeah, nah, it would have been too cool and suave, so it had to be cut. like, I'm sorry, but I can't do that much for like a commercial project like Freedom Planet. I cannot do like a whole game's worth of extra content for one character. At least not unless it's like paid DLC. And I had already promised at the time that it wouldn't be. So, you learn, live and learn. Live and learn. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow. And I'm very grateful that like the Kickstarter backers were understanding, and I did offer a refund for those who were upset about it, and a couple of people did take those refunds. So it's all good. Yeah, thanks you everyone again for understanding. Live and learn. Now I want to check up on my Chow. Maybe I'll do that if I play another Sonic game that really makes me mad. Did Mila ever get a full story adventure? Yeah, she did. She does have an adventure mode in every version of the game except for the Wii U version, because the Wii U is discontinued, so we are unable to update it. Any plans for uploading a build of my Hololive fan game? My current plan is to work on it for around 6 months. And then I am aiming to have a build that is mostly complete by that point. Like enough so that I wouldn't mind like people being able to download and play it. Yeah. More chaos. I mean, more chows. It's funny how the chows and chaos are spelled exactly the same. I think that's why the plural of chow is just chow. Multiple chow in one place. Still want to make a fan project? Yeah, like, as long as you like pace yourself and scale according to your skills and how much time you want to put into it, just go for it. See what happens. Like, even if it's just like a small little arcade game, it's a good way to kind of like play around with ideas in your head and see if they'll work in practice. The Wii U was the one you played it on? Oh, okay, yeah, check out the Switch version. Yeah, the Switch version is up to date completely as well. Okay, so it is close to 4:30 now. I will need to do some prep work in a little bit for tonight's Dungeonaire stream on Orange's Borange's channel. So, let's see if there's somebody we can raid. Let's see, open up Twitch. Yeah, time to prep. Okay. Decisions. Aren't that many people online. At least that I can see. I'll just wrap it up. No raid for today. So yes, thank you all so much for hanging with me. F-Zero is always such a thrill ride. Like, it's super terrifying, but also super fun for me to play. Wish you luck, have a good weekend, thank you. But yeah, I hope you all have the best of weekends, and I will see you again tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on Orange's Borange channel. I will give one more shout out, just in case you need it. Right, that's the channel. And then beyond that, I will be back on my usual time on Tuesday next week at 1 p.m. Eastern, where I'll be checking out a cool Mega Man fan game called Mega Man Rock Force. And I will also have a dev stream later that week as well, but I'll have my schedule up by Monday, as always. So without further ado, I shall bid you all adieu. Thank you all so much. You're so wonderful. And an extra special thank you to everyone who has helped my friend Alex, even if it's just sharing her post on Twitter about her medical expenses. I really appreciate it so much. And I hope that she is able to raise enough money to comfortably afford the expenses. So I hope everything goes well. And I'll see you all tonight. That's a wrap. Bye.